hair for the first time. I'm a natural blonde, and I dyed my hair really dark brown. And my grandmother was kind of bedridden the last couple of years of her life, and she used to hold court in her bed, and everyone would have to come in and like present themselves to her in her bed. And I walked in, and she just goes, "Rachel, what in God's name have you done to your hair?" And I went, "Well, Grandma, I dyed it." And she goes, "Well, put it back."
Dye it back.
Cool, and that was
you?
just the beginning. No, but I avoided presenting myself to her.
Yeah, ours was just always a verbal sparring, always. The table was always just being quick-witted and sharp-tongued and jokes flying.
I had one once where there was a whole issue of what sweets were being brought, and sort of like a competitiveness about like one person like needing that sweet to be the pie to be the center of attention, and then the cookies came next, and then there's a fight over the pies versus the cookies versus, and you have tears, and you have everybody sort of like pulling the food back and saying, "Oh, forget it, we're not going to eat my food," and it was like nuts. By the end of it, we're like, this is supposed to be joy rather than actually competition. So that was a little bit. It was a hard one. Do you have a festive thing that happened? He has a huge family, so I bet this happens a lot.
I don't know if it's a really that, kind of earth-shattering a story, but a really great holiday memory I had was when I was very young. My father, as a side business, he did a thing where he would sell Christmas trees and he would like buy all these trees, and then there was like a kind of a parking lot of a store, right? So they'd stack all these trees there. This was a year, I was very young, I remember this. And we used to go and kind of wander through these.
Oh, that's dreamy.
All these huge trees, right? And I remember one of these years because he had these, didn't sell them all, I guess, instead of just a tree in our living room, we had like a forest of Christmas trees. So like 3 or 4 that were all decorated, but it kind of clustered. I don't know, it was just really beautiful.
You know what? I think that should go out to the world. That should be a new tradition, that you get
it was like a
forest.
large
See
one
the
in
forest
the
through the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be nice. I'm going to actually suggest that to my family.
Of course, then the next year we only had the
none.
one tree, so it was a real letdown.
There's nothing special in terms of my family's dysfunctional that sets it apart, other than being entertained by the louder relatives yelling at each other. That's certainly helps me draw from to be in this show. The loud Jews yelling at each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we celebrated Christmas and Hanukkah, so we were an equal opportunity celebrator, and my mother collected stray people, anybody who had no place to go, so it was always quite a menagerie of people inside. I wouldn't say that was dysfunctional, it was lively. Like Kevin's, lively.